Immigration Handbook to Ellis Island by Ariana Mena, Virginia Frankel, Andrea Galvin, and Jasmine Luna Sandifer.
Preparing for a journey. The first obstacle was to overcome the cost of a life-changing adventure. With limited space available on the voyage, immigrants only had room for necessities. This often consisted of clothing, food, money, tools, and valuable family items. Being prepared to say goodbye was also a very hard challenge for immigrants. Immigrants also had to be prepared for physical exams to ensure a certain level of health before embarking.
The trip to Ellis Island. On the trip, there will be first class, second class, and steerage. The first and second class will go under inspection on board unless they are sick or have legal problems. Then they will be sent to Ellis Island for further inspection. Only steerage passengers will be processed at Ellis Island. First and second class passengers will quickly and courteously be inspected on board the ship before being transferred to New York. Steerage is where the cheapest ticket holders will be. For most immigrants, especially early arrivals, the experience of steerage will most likely be like a nightmare. The conditions will be very crowded, so dark, unsanitary, and so foul smelling. Unfortunately, the laws are almost impossible to enforce, and steerage conditions will remain deplorable almost beyond belief. To pass the time, a crossing can take anywhere from a week to more than a month, depending on the ship and the weather.
Immigrants often wondered what they would encounter on the trip there. The most notable new aspect was encountering new people, new races, and new cultures. The trip contained a variety of trials, including inadequate food, lack of privacy, and compared living space. They didn't know how to deal with a new lifestyle during their voyage to the new land. Once they got to a new land, Castle's Garden served as a station to examine and process new immigrants until 1890.
What to expect when you get there. After a long voyage, you will finally see your first glimpse of Ellis Island. You will finally get off your ship and start a whole new life in America. But before you get settled, you will go through a legal inspection. And this inspection can last anywhere from a day to months. And you have an 80% chance of actually entering to start a new life.
Immigrants often enter the workforce at the bottom of the occupational ladder and take on the dangerous jobs that were often avoided by other workers. They suffer subtle job discrimination. Most immigrants work at low-paying and unskilled jobs in factories. Some continue farming as they had in their homeland. Still, others work in physically demanding occupations such as mining and railroad construction. Factory work was strenuous and dangerous. Factory workers worked long hours for low wages and had little hope for advancement. Living in the new country. The Port of New York will most likely always have the lion's share of the publicity and recognition for U.S. immigration. Philadelphia will be the second port of immigration, closely followed by Baltimore, New Orleans, Boston, and Charleston in South Carolina. A few immigrants might trickle into the country at several different other ports, even into Sandusky, Ohio, on Lake Erie, but still German and Austrian immigrants will establish communities in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota.
City life, what to expect. You will be served with many new opportunities, and the lifestyle there is very much different than most of the world, as it is very packed with people with different ethnicities. But also there comes like a lot of bad things with a lot of racism and discrimination, especially if you're non-Western European. But don't worry, at the end it will all go good. how to overcome those difficulties. You usually have to be very independent in America and not let like other people really put you down, and always stay positive, especially in this new area. And but have no fear, because with America comes a lot of opportunities, and you start a whole new life, and you'll get to encounter a lot of new experiences. And those are our sources.
Thanks for listening.